fires were doused, and each home lit their hearth from the bonfire. The bones of slaughtered livestock were cast into its flames. Sometimes two bonfires would be built side by side, and people and their livestock would walk between them as a cleansing ritual.
Right, which is there's something demonic about that
definitely.
that whole that bonfire thing. The way that they got this thing set up, they'll set up two bonfires and then have the people and the livestock walk in the middle of the bonfire as some type of a spiritual cleansing. Where the fuck is that at in the Bible?
Wow.
See, you people. That's why the Lord, when He talked to the woman at the well, He said, "You know not what ye worship." You people, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You haven't the slightest clue or idea of what the fuck is going on. This is a totally demonic ass day. Now, as far as this part here, you read down. You read down to here. Okay. Now go to the next page. Go to the next page. And the information's out there, but the thing is this: it's only if a nigga will go out there and read. And then another thing, we can show this real quick. Now during Halloween, get the first page, right? The people always have this thing called the jack-o'-lantern, right? They got a so-called jack-o'-lantern,
Yeah.
Now, the actual jack-o'-lantern, which is a traditional Irish Halloween jack-o'-lantern from the early 20th century, on display in the Museum of Country and Life in Ireland. Now look at what that looks like.
That shit was a fucking demon.
That looked like the first Jason in Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Part 2, when he came in the series and started killing everybody after his mother was killed. This is what so brothers can see. That's what a actual so-called Irish jack-o'-lantern looks like this right here. A fucking demon.
Yep.
You see this shit?
It was like a mummy too,
Yeah.
Like that mummy.
Yeah. It looks like a goddamn mummy, a mummy face. Now read that right there, that part right there.
Trick or treating and guising.
Right, now this is gonna read a little bit on that. Right. What the whole trick or treating thing is about. Go ahead.
Trick or treating is a customary celebration for children on Halloween.
Which is total bullshit, because your kids don't have to celebrate the shit. It's you, the parents, that impose that shit on them.
Yeah.
When we were driving, when we were coming up this way, you see nothing but hordes and hordes of fucking what? Women and children.
Right.
Women and children. The women dressed up in this, a lot of them is dressed up in the sluttiest thing that they wear. It's like these bitches, when so-called Halloween come, every one of them have the same idea, to out-slut each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's no different than when they go to the club. They all about out-slutting each other, right?
A whole spandex bodysuit.
Yeah, a whole spandex bodysuit. She's a Catwoman, or she dresses up as a devil with the little devil, but she got a short skirt where you basically her ass is out. It ain't just the bottom part of where the ass creases at. It's the ass itself is out. And she's, I'm a devil today, and then the other one's like, I'm a witch. The other one's like, I'm a Catwoman, but they all fucking look the same.
Yeah.
They damn are all scantily, claddly dressed.
Hell, they might as well dress like that every damn day.
But they dress like that every day.
Yeah.
Go ahead, read on.
Children go in costume from house to house, asking for treats, such as candy or sometimes money, with the question, trick or treat. The word trick refers to a mostly idle threat to perform mischief on the homeowners or their property if no treat is given.
so go ahead, read that again.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
All right. The word trick refers to a mostly idle threat to perform mischief on the homeowners or their property if no treat is given.
Right. So the whole thing about your kids. I remember when I was a little kid, they have a saying, "Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat."
Yeah.
Well, that whole thing was about, if you don't give me a treat, the trick is I'm gonna fuck your goddamn property up. And that's where you got motherfuckers, they be throwing eggs and people be putting shit in the fucking bag, lighting it on fire and throw it at a person's door, taking toilet paper and all that shit. All kinds of shit. Motherfuckers are crazy glue the locks on somebody's car, or crazy glue somebody's door lock so they can't get in their car, get in their house, or your mailbox. Motherfuckers are crazy glue your goddamn mailbox keyhole. You going like, what the fuck is going on? All kinds of shit. That's why last night, which was Friday night, was called Mischief Night. Now read that again. Read that again about the trick or treat.
Right. It says the word trick refers to a mostly idle threat to perform mischief on the homeowners or their property if no treat is given. In some parts of Ireland and Scotland, children still go guising.
Disguising, you know, they call it guising, but they're wearing a disguise.
Right. In this custom, the child performs some sort of show, i.e. sings a song or tells a ghost story in order to earn their treats.
Yep. And that's what they do. Even at the schools, they have a Halloween play at these schools, and they got the kids up there performing in the play. That's pretty much it on it. Performing in the play, and people are telling ghost stories, and so they could what? Get candy. But now it's demonic as hell, because you people know there's people out there that'll go get candy and shit and put shit in it. Try to slip some arsenic or some poison in it to kill your fucking kids, because basically that's what Halloween is really. The realness of Halloween is what it's all about. This is an article that basically covered the whole spectrum of Halloween. But now, again, another good thing to check out is the movie Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Now, in the movie, the guy who owned the company, Silver Shamrock, they were putting out these masks that had these like electronic shamrock on the side of the mask, I think on the left side of the mask. And they kept running a commercial on TV that said, 10 more days to Halloween, 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 10 more, Silver Shamrock, right? So then, when this particular town, when the guy who went there looking for a friend of his who disappeared or whatever, when he got into the company and found out what was really going on, the owner of the company, I forget the guy's name, he had white hair, he told him, he said, now tonight on Samhain, he said, now they're gonna know what Halloween really means. He said, on this night, he said the hills of Ireland will be full of the blood of bullocks and children. The guy who was the owner of the Silver Shamrock Company in the movie Halloween 3 Season of the Witch brought that out. Which that movie had nothing to do with the whole Michael Myers series. Then after that, Halloween 4 and on down till now went back into Michael Myers and shit. Showing you that they put it out there, but they put it out there in the form of a movie, and people don't pick up on shit. But that's pretty much it on the so-called Halloween thing. We're just going to read like a scripture or two more, and then we're done with that. So read that in there.
Yeah, this is Exodus 22 and 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Right, that's the law. Because this is basically the day of witches. This is the witches' day. The witches' Sabbath. And what they're going to be doing is 12 midnight. They call it the witching hour. What are they going to be doing? Sacrificing children. That's why I made reference to a movie that pretty much everybody and their mama had to see already. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. That shows you what the real history of Halloween is all about. Minus Halloween 1 and 2 with the Michael Myers and the movies that followed after. They took the creators of that series took a minute to show you what Halloween was really about in part 3, and then they continued on with the mass murderer Michael Myers shit right after that. That's what it's dealing with. It's dealing with witchcraft. Halloween's dealing with witchcraft, necromancy, conjuring up spirits. The belief that on October 31st, which is today, 2009, that the veil that separates the spiritual world from the physical world is thin, so the demons can run wild. And these people, they fucking celebrate this day. They're out of their goddamn mind. Now we're probably gonna see if I can find the story. I think it's in Samuel's with King Saul when he consulted the witch at Endor. We'll just end it off with that. Bear with me 1 minute. I believe I had it highlighted up in here. I think it's in 1 Samuel's. Yeah, give me 1 Samuel's 28. And you can start at the 3rd verse, and we're just going to read down. We're going to read about a famous Israelite king that went to a witch to conjure up a dead spirit, and we're going to find out what happened to his ass for doing that. And we're going to end it off with that.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 28 and 3. Now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had lamented him.
Right, all Israel lamented, meaning they were mourning him. Lamentation, they were weeping, they were mourning for Samuel. Read.
And buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land.
Right, Saul got rid of people that were practicing witchcraft back then. Wizards, which is a male practicing witch. You call a male a wizard, a female you call him a witch. And they that practice divination, he removed them out of the land. Read on.
And the Philistines gathered themselves together and came and pitched in Shunem.
Right, the Philistines gathered together. They were gathering together. They're massing their armies against Israel, and they pitched in Shunem, meaning they pitched their tents there. they set up like a tent